The Activision Blizzard deal is going to happen. There is no doubt in my mind that it's going to happen. Why, you ask? Wait, how can you say that? They've denied it already. How can you say? Xbox is one of the richest companies in the world, number one. Number two, the amount of pressure that's being put on the UK and the governing body, the CMA, over this decision where they've blocked the Activision Blizzard merger is unlike, I think, anything that they expected. And I've said that before. Furthermore, we're seeing headlines come out every other day, every couple days about the lengths that Xbox is going to. So here's one of them. Microsoft Smith set for talks with UK Chancellor over the Activision deal ban. He's meeting follows UK regulators' block of Activision acquisition. This is a news story over at Bloomberg. Bloomberg also says that Xbox has explored some extreme, or Microsoft rather, some extreme options in perhaps just removing Activision Blizzard or Microsoft Studios. We saw this headline over the weekend from the UK altogether if this deal doesn't go through. Now, that doesn't mean that UK gamers wouldn't get Activision Blizzard games. It means that they would, instead of coming through Game Pass, they would come through a distributor. So you would still be able to get those games, but UK players wouldn't have the benefit that a Game Pass has necessarily. And I'm sure there's all kinds of loopholes and legal ramifications there. The fact that they're exploring that, in my mind, to me, is a threat. Like, the fact that leaked, I don't think it's a leak. I think that's a threat in my mind, saying, hey, look, you can either work with us or we've got the nuclear option. And to me, it illustrates two things. It shows me that Microsoft is going to push this through no matter what. They're going to find any way to do it. And number two, I think there's a little bit of politics and gamesmanship there as well. Now, Bloomberg puts their articles behind a paywall, so we can't read this and advertise it for you. So we're going to go to our good old friends over at PureXbox.com. We love these guys. Go check them out. And here's the quote right here. So this is Microsoft President Brad Smith, and he's meeting to discuss the deal with UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt. Quote, he'll also hold private discussions on other issues, including the proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, as we remain committed to finding creative and constructive ways to address remaining regulatory concerns, a Microsoft representative said. So they are, that's a quote. Why is he there? Who's he talking to? This is big boy. This is big boy ball. And to me, in my mind, this shows it's going to happen. I think it's inevitable at this point. I think what we're seeing is push and move, and especially as more countries approve this deal, it looks worse and worse for the UK. Now, the big question is going to be the US. The US doesn't pass it, and I don't think there's a chance that happens. I know a lot of you out there think that there's a chance. I'm sorry, Microsoft, the US is looking at what's happening to the UK. And I imagine the circus if the FTC says no to this. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Granted, worse things have. Granted, I'm not an expert. There you go. I'm not an expert in these matters, so maybe it does happen. Hey, don't listen to me. Maybe it does happen. Anyways, I really think Microsoft is pulling out all the stops here. I think this deal is going to go through. I think it's going to happen. I'd love to know what you think. Am I just wishful thinking? I'm a fanboy, obviously. Is this just wishful thinking on my part, or do you see the pressure being applied the way that I see it being applied? I think that's a threat. This leak that they could look at the nuclear option. Nuclear option? Did I say nuclear? I probably did earlier because I'm an idiot. But that to me comes off as a threat that says, hey, UK, you can work with us, or we can just go, we can pull the plug altogether. Regardless, it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this progresses. If you like what we're doing here, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We cover all Xbox news all the time right here. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.